Good afternoon, dear students. Welcome to Paddington Reading, Unit 5. My name is Alan, and today we are going to cover Unit 5. In Unit 5, there are several things we're going to do today. First of all, we have vocabulary review before we watch a video, and then we have a video. After this, we are going to complete a sentence, and the next one is vocabulary preview before reading section, and then last one is a reading strategy. This one is annotating a text. Let's go ahead. The first one, vocabulary. There are 5 vocabulary in this unit, and we are going to cover it. So first vocab is desertification. As everybody knows, desert and a desert. Desert is a noun and a desert is a verb. So desertification. So make a place a desert. So there are A, B, C, D, and E. Let's try to choose one. Which answer is related to the desert or make a place turning fertile land to desert? What is it? The answer is B. Desertification means the process of turning a fertile land to desert. Next one is spears. What is the meaning of spears? Actually, spears is from spear, so spears means make something less. So when you look at an answer, so if something is spear, there are a few things, so it is difficult to find. So the answer is C, thin and hard to find. Next word is to graze. What is the meaning of graze? Graze means it's actually for animals, and they go for the forest area and they try to eat some grass. This word is graze. So the answer is to eat grass in a field. Next word is reclaim. I guess everybody knows the meaning of claim here. Claim means to say something, to state something, to declare something. In English, RA is a prefix, which means again. Reclaim means to say something again. So when you look at answers here, right, reclaim, so again you do something, so you take something back. The answer is E, take something back. Last one is tribe. It is a noun. What is the meaning of tribe? Tribe is a group of people and they live together. Let's think about the people in Amazon, a group of people. They live together and they are called tribe. And everybody knows there's a kind of tribal signs and the tribal pictures. The answer is A group of people who live together. Let's go to the next section. It's the sentence completion, right? After this, we are going to watch a video. And we are going to choose one of them, right? One of the answers according to our video. Number one. First, before we look at the video, watch the video, let's look at 1, 2, 3, and 4. There are 4 sentences. Number one, the video is about the impact of desertification or reclaiming desert land. Number 2, the people in the video moved to the cities because they wanted to change their nomadic lifestyle. Number 2, they couldn't live in their traditional way. Number 3, the causes of desertification are drought and overgrazing, or it is unemployment and industrial development. Number 4, this is an international problem or just a national problem for Mongolia. If you are ready, let's watch the video.
Times are changing for the nomadic tribes in Mongolia living in remote areas of the Gobi Desert. One of the world's greatest deserts, temperatures can reach 40 degrees Celsius in summer and drop as low as -40 in winter. Each year, the desert swallows more of the grasslands that are necessary for the tribe's people to maintain their way of life. Dorima Dandindu and her husband Sogladrale lived as nomadic farmers in the village of Altai Aymat. However, desertification, drought, overgrazing, and unemployment has forced them to move to Mongolia's capital.
Compared to my youth, nature is completely different. The grass is short. When we were children, the grass was very long. Everything is sparse these days, even water. I don't know why.
The traditional nomadic way of life gave the grasslands time to recover. Now, families tend to settle in one place, which quickly kills the grass, as it no longer has a seasonal break. Horse breeder Urjanjab Dundalk moved to the outskirts of Ulaanbaatar because the desert had overrun his fields. Urjanjab complained he was unable to sell his racehorses as they were too thin due to lack of food.
Of course I'm worried about desertification. The desert area is moving from the south and coming closer and closer to us.
Reclaiming desert land is possible, but very expensive, and the government has to work hard to prevent further expansion. Desertification is believed to affect around 1/5 of the world's population.
Now we finished the video, let's go ahead with the sentence completion here. The first one is, the video is about the impact of the desertification or reclaiming desert land. As everybody can, right, watch in the video, actually the topic is about the impact of desertification. So the answer is the first one, the impact of desertification. Number two, the people in the video moved to the cities because we have two options here. They wanted to change their nomadic lifestyle, or they couldn't live in their traditional way. As you can see in the video, actually they don't want to change their nomadic lifestyle. Mongolian people, they love this nomadic lifestyle. Actually, it is very difficult for them to live in their traditional way because of desertification. So our correct answer is they couldn't live in their traditional way. Number three, the causes of desertification are drought or overgrazing or unemployment and industrial development. Actually, they also mentioned unemployment and industrial development, but the main cause of desertification is, right, drought and overgrazing. Graze means to eat grass for animals, right? Animals eat grass. Overgrazing means, right, in one particular area, a lot of animals, they eat grass, so it's called overgrazing. So the answer is drought and overgrazing. Number four, this is an international problem or just a national problem for Mongolia. Right, as you can see in the video, right, as you can watch in the video, this is an international problem. Right, international problem because we are living in the same world. All right, so this is the end of the sentence completion, and let's go ahead vocabulary preview before the reading exercise. There are several vocabulary as you can see here, right, as you can see. So the first one, as you can see in the picture, it's cargo, car plus go. So normally cars go, or normally ships, right, go. So cargo, right, everybody knows this, right? You give your stuff, right? You just ship one object or one, right, thing to another place, cargo. Next one is, right, circumnavigate. We know the meaning of navigate or navigation, and, right, it's direct you. If you navigate, right, something, you direct it. Circum means like a circle, so circumnavigate means, right, like using like navigation as travel around. Next one is feet. As you can see in the picture, actually feet means two people, they come together and they do some great work. For example, like famous singers and famous people, pop singers especially, they all the time produce a kind of video, right? Video, and they said somebody plus somebody feet, so it's a kind of work that is produced by two people. Fumigate, right? This word is also really interesting. And when you look at the word fume, everybody knows fume means smoke. Fumigate means you use a smoke, right? You use a smoke just to like fumigate something, right? To make it like a smoke and like because of environmental problem, for example, and for example factories, right? They fumigate some issues. Next one is swamp. What is swamp? Swamp means actually it is a wetland. Next one is toll. Everybody knows the word toll. It's a number of people, right, died from some natural disaster or maybe some kind of virus. For example, right, death toll, we know this word. And right, next one is treaty. Treaty is a kind of agreement between two countries or maybe between two organizations. They agree something on it and they both put their signature on it. It's called treaty. Zone. Everybody knows zone. Zone means a kind of area. Maybe some areas are restricted. For example, if you travel to some airport, they just put a sign like, what is it? For example, restricted zone or area. So these are the vocabulary before the reading. So in this case, let's go ahead. There are 8 questions here. We have to complete, right, with the words that we learned just a minute ago. Number 1, a blah blah is a large wet area of land filled with plants and wildlife. I told you if an area is a wet, so if the land is wet, this is cold. The answer is swamp. Next one, the 2 countries signed aid to establish a border. So it's a kind of written agreement between 2 countries, maybe 2 organizations. So the answer is actually treaty, right? Treaty. Building number 3, you must wear protection clothing in a construction. So protection clothing, you have to wear a kind of special gear in a kind of construction or building area. So the synonym of area is zone. So the answer for number 3 is zone. Number 4, building a bridge or dam is a significant of engineering. What about this? Significant effort, significant work, right? Great work probably. So it's also, right, feat of engineering. Number 5, some trains carry passengers, but many transport instead. They do what? So some trains, they carry passengers. If this transport, right, doesn't carry passenger, they probably carry our products that we buy online, we shop online, so it's probably cargo. So but many transport cargo instead, right, by ship, right, by airplane, or by some kind of big trucks. Number 6, to pay for the construction of the highway, each car had to pay in order to use it. So here, right, in order to use it, you had to pay money, right? What is the money? It's a toll, so pay a toll in order to use it. Next one is Ferdinand Magellan is considered to be the first person to the Earth by sailing all around it. So I told you, using navigation, you circulate some area. It is circumnavigate, right? Circumnavigate. Number 8, we had to our office to get rid of some insects. There are some insects, so you have to use some kind of fume, right? Some kind of smoke to remove this insect. So the answer is fumigate. This is the end of, right, vocabulary preview. And today's reading strategy, before we go on reading, is about annotating a text. Right. When you look at the word annotating, you understand in English, AN means to make something strong, right? Note means, you take notes. When you read books, you take notes. When the teachers, right, giving presentation or lessons, so annotate means make your notes stronger, right? It's a really useful strategy to make your reading process really easy, right? So how can we annotate a text? First one is keyword or idea. So what is keyword? In one sentence, if you remove 1 or 2 words, right, the meaning of sentence will be completely changed. This is called keyword. Number 2, I have a question about this and I don't understand this. You have to also underline this, right? Underline this. If you have a question and if you don't understand something, you have to underline it. By this way, it is a technique in annotating. Next one, this is interesting or surprising. Maybe you take notes. This is interesting fact for you in the reading section. So you will just research, do some research after reading. So this is also important. I have a connection to this, right? Also, for example, you're studying psychology. Maybe the reading text is about the psychology. So you have a connection to this. So you can use these symbols, right, to annotate your text. And this is my favorite part. You can put a heart. And what about this one? E, right? #1. What about this? This is my evidence. So when you read a text, right, it is not important to choose the best or correct answer. At the same time, you have to support your answer by providing reasonable evidence, right, which you can find in your reading. So this is evidence you can find. So you can put a question that you're showing evidence for, right? That's a strategy we're going to talk about today. It's about annotating a text. Go ahead. How can we do it? So annotating a text means marking or taking notes as you read. Masses include highlighting, right? So we highlight it with our highlighters, right? And we circle it sometimes and underline key information because it helps us, right, find a correct answer in our reading questions, such as important name, term, and dates. Right? When you just first look at the reading section, it is very important to underline or circle or highlight this important name, term, and the dates. Writing notes in the right margin to summarize main points and important information. When you read one paragraph, right, and you just take some notes and you summarize summarize each paragraph, and it tell me like you have to tell the teacher, you have to put in your note that like this paragraph tells about this. Last one is writing questions in the margin to remind yourself to check information and look up further sources later. Right, if you are really interested in this topic, or for example Mongolian people today's video, you just, in your reading section, just underline it, circle it, or you can highlight it. You can do some more research in order to increase your general information, right, general knowledge about Mongolian people or desertification. That is all the strategy for today, and let's do some exercises about this. So annotating is closely related to this type of question. Which paragraph contains each idea? Even though we are reading general English, but also our book, it says it is closely connected to academic Englishes you will probably take in the future, right? And which paragraph contains each idea? There are four things. Numbers are incorrect. No problem at all. Anyway, number one is underline the keyword first. Read the first two sentences and the last sentence of each paragraph. This is a really good strategy because we taught writing, guys, and the first sentence of each paragraph is a topic sentence, and after this you have to give evidence and support your topic sentence, and then you have to give examples, and then you have to conclude it. So when you want to find the idea of each paragraph, you just need to read the first two sentences and last sentence. It gives you overall idea of the paragraph. It's really easy way, so time saving, and you don't get tired in exam. Next one is find synonyms, right? Paraphrasing words. What does it mean? As you know, in academic tests or our tests, we never, right, put the similar vocabulary in the question. We all the time paraphrase it. For example, in the question that you may see in exam, it is active voice, but the sentence in our reading section, right, reading paragraph, is maybe active voice. So you should understand some synonyms and the paraphrasing words at the same time, the grammar rules. Then write your correct answer. After you write your correct answer, there is another one here. You have to double check for grammar, which means my answer is grammatically correct or not. So this is a fourth strategy that are really useful for your reading. Right? So according to this, let's try to do some exercise. For example, the Suez Canal links Europe and Asia. So which paragraph contains this information? As I told you, like annotate a text, right? So I underlined some key information for you. For example, in paragraph 2, they said the construction of the Suez Canal in 1869, right, meant that ships blah blah. So Suez Canal is a name, right, or term. So Europe and Asia also. So it's quite easy for an exam because these kind of names of the country or some important places are normally capitalized, so it's really easy to find. When you look at the last one again, Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean, so all information is about Suez Canal, right? All right, which links Europe and Asia. So the answer for the first one is paragraph 2. Paragraph 2 talks about the Suez Canal, right, which links Europe and Asia. Next one. The most dangerous aspect of the war in the canal zone was disease. In a question, I have to underline a keyword first. So my keyword is most dangerous and aspect and canal zone and a disease. So I had to focus on these three vocab, right? Three words in my question. So I had to go back to the reading section and we try to understand, right? So let's read the first sentence. The first country to attempt a canal, so canal is there, right? So in the canal zone was France, blah, right? And continue reading using a team managed by Ferdinand de Lesseps, and who had successfully built the Suez Canal. Work began, right? Again, right? There's work. And continue again, work. I want to read the last sentence of my paragraph. As I told you, first two sentences and the last two sentences. Of course, the paragraph 4 is quite small, right? Quite short paragraph, but sometimes you have a very long paragraph. In this case, you have to read the first sentence and the last sentence of each paragraph. So let's look at the last sentence of this paragraph. The workers experienced great difficulties. So I know difficulty is kind of problem, right? And it's a kind of stumbling block for these people. So it's quite closely related to danger. So maybe my answer is here. Not only with the land, but with the construct rains and a malaria and yellow fever. So I know, I didn't know malaria or yellow fever, but I continue read it. From the region's many mosquitoes. Probably maybe in the exam or in the reading section you don't understand the term malaria or yellow fever, but it gives you information. It's from mosquitoes. Mosquitoes, animals, it spread disease, virus, bacteria, kind of thing. So probably these are the disease and it is difficult to deal with. So the answer is most dangerous aspect is actually malaria and yellow fever and a disease. This is a two disease. So my answer for the question is number 4, paragraph 4. Thanks for your watching, guys. And for other information and the answer keys, right, for other paragraphs, I will give you, right, on Friday in the reading section. And, right, stay at home and read a book, all right? And I'm going to see you next time. Bye-bye.